everybody? It's Stacy back again with another grilling and smoking video. Today we're going to be doing one of my absolute favorite. It's also one of the easiest to do. Anybody can do this one. It's very hard to mess up a pork butt or a pork shoulder or just flat out, as we call it in South Carolina, good old barbecue. Now, just like about everything else you can cook or grill or smoke, there's a million different ways to do butt. I'm just going to show you that what I've come up with has a real good South Carolina vinegar style taste to it, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So the first thing you can see we've got is our fresh Boston butt. This one's about an 11-pound butt, 10.86 pounds. We're going to get it trimmed up and prepped and ready to put on the smoker. For this one, you'll need some seasoning. I'm going with my Cajun rub, but you can use any seasoning of your choice. Some salt, black pepper, some apple cider vinegar, and some apple juice, and an injector. Now let's get it poppin'. I love barbecue. We are gonna start trimming the fat. This is what they call a cap, and I actually like to trim the cap off the butt completely. Now a lot of people will say you need to leave the cap on. I've seen a lot of people say take the cap off. I personally like the cap off. I don't think leaving it on adds anything to it. Matter of fact, I think it takes away, because I like to rub my butt down with a lot of seasoning. Yes, I do. And I want that seasoning to end up getting in the meat when I break it up at the end. And if you've put it on the cap, it's just going to sit in it anyway, and you're not going to have that seasoning infiltrating the meat. So I like to infiltrate the meat with my seasoning. Alright, now we've got the fat trimmed up on the butt, and make sure when you're trimming it that you just trim the surface fat off of it and the cap if you want to trim the cap. Don't dig any divots in there or anything like that, because you can take the fat all the way through it if you want, and you don't want to do that. Keep your butt nice and even on the surface. Just trim the surface fat off of it. So now we're going to start seasoning it up. And after I've trimmed the fat, I do like to go back over it with another paper towel, making sure there's no mess on it that comes in the packaging and that you got everything all cleaned off of it. And then I didn't mention this in the video, but the first thing that I like to do is coat it with a thing of mustard. You really can't, I don't know that you can taste the flavor of the mustard. It's just something I've always liked to do to help stick for the seasoning to stick better to it. Just give it a good once over with the mustard there. Now the first seasoning that I'm going to put on it, some salt. I don't go real heavy with the salt on the butt, because it's already pork, so it's already going to be very salty as it is. I just like to get a little bit in there and rub it in. And then I'm going to go with the black pepper. Now I do go heavy on the black pepper here. Get it all in there good. Alright, after our salt and pepper, I'm going to put on my rib rack Cajun seasoning, and I like to just pour this on pretty heavy. Rub it in. Now the last thing I'm going to do as far as prep work goes is I'm going to inject the butt with some, I've just got some Mott's apple juice here. I just like to take it, hit it in a few different places. Don't be afraid of it. Alright, after I inject it with apple juice, the last thing I like to do as far as prep goes is wrap it in some plastic wrap here, and then I'm just gonna set it in the refrigerator overnight, let that apple juice set in, all the seasoning, because I'm planning on doing an early cook in the morning. Well, my plans of getting up at 4 o'clock and getting this butt going didn't really work out. I woke up at 4, went back to sleep, woke up at 5, went back to sleep, woke up at 7, only to realize that it was really 8 because I forgot it was time change day. So I've decided that this butt will not be for lunch today, but will be for supper. And I think I'm gonna smoke some wings on the Oklahoma Joe for lunch. Getting ready to put it on now. I'm gonna cook this one on the Traeger pellet grill. I'm getting the temperature up to 225. I'm gonna put the meter probe in it. I like to let my butt get up to about 145, 150 internal, and then I pull it, wrap it, and put it back on until it gets to 200, 205. I was gonna cook the wings on the Oklahoma Joe, but now I think I'm just gonna cook it on the Weber kettle. A lot easier to get started up. Ain't that right, buddy? And then when it comes to my butt, I like to take a little sprayer with some apple juice in it and spray the butt down about every half hour to every hour, just depending on it. Alright guys, I just pulled the butt off. The internal temperature is about 146. Now I'm going to inject it with apple cider vinegar, wrap it in aluminum foil, and put it back on until it gets to be about 200 to 205 in the inside. Should be good. Anything. Pull my meter probe out and just start injecting it all through the meat. This is going to be a South Carolina style, but for sure, you know, we like our vinegar in the Carolinas. I like to take a little bit of the apple juice, put a little bit in the foil with the butt, and then wrap it up. My meter probe back in, and back on the grill she goes. Alright guys, the butt, I let it get to an internal temperature of 203. I pulled it and it's been resting for about 45 minutes, so let's take a look and see how good this thing's gonna be. Pull my meat, oh yeah, baby pulls right out of there, that meter probe. Whew, look at that. Yeah, that pulled right out. Lord. Still hot. These other gloves on. It's been resting actually probably closer to an hour. That baby is still hot. All that juice. Alright guys, now I've got to taste some of this. It looks and smells amazing. Oh my gosh. That might be the best butt I've ever done. I mean, that thing is good. It really honestly doesn't even need barbecue sauce on it. It is absolutely perfect like it is. I'm probably gonna sauce up some of it and leave some of it unsauced just to see what everybody wants, but that is so freaking good. Oh God, that's good. Alright guys, well that's it for today's cook. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Southern Smokin' Stacy, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.